I've shared my daughter's birth story on here a couple times, but every time I post one of these videos, somebody always asks about how my fiance missed her birth. So I am just going to do a very quick story time again on my daughter's birth. So we found out he was going to Turkey to play professional basketball 2 weeks after we found out we were pregnant. So he was over there my entire pregnancy. We made plans for him to come back on my due date, and like a week before, actually no, it was like a couple days before my due date, I had an appointment with my OB, and she was like, yeah, there's no progress, you should be totally fine to make it until your due date, which is when he would be back. So I was like, perfect. That night I literally started having contractions and went into labor. So she came early, and it's a pretty long flight from Turkey to the United States. So he could not change his flights in time. He missed the birth, so he was just on FaceTime the entire time. He did end up coming back either the next day or the day after he came to the States, and he was here for about a week, and then after that he went back to Turkey for the rest of the season, which was like another month and a half or so. Just me and my daughter until the season was done, and then he came back home. So that's like a very quick summed up story of how my fiance missed our daughter's birth and had to watch it all on FaceTime. The moment, it was like super crazy, but like looking back on it, there was literally nothing to do about it, because you can't just like switch flights that easy, especially when you were traveling that far. Like, it's not like just a quick hour flight. So it all ended up working out. It was very unfortunate that he missed her birth, but luckily enough, FaceTime exists, and he was still able to see there and be there with me, just not in person. Honestly, the night I went into labor, like, it is all just a big blur for me. Like, I really don't even remember all of it that much. Like, it was just a lot going on. I was super upset that he wasn't there, but like, I had to give birth, so I had a lot of other things on my mind too, and like, I really just like don't even remember that much of it. So it was crazy, but it all ended up working out in the end. So yeah, that's the story.